Hello everyone! Today we're going to transform this down of vanilla village into a much better place to live. We're going to have functionalities, market stalls, sawmills, a lot of different things. Also, sorry for the long wait before this video. I just spent so much time on it and I had some other projects as well, so it just took so long to get this out. So, sorry for that. I also want to say a big thank you for hitting 200 subscribers. Thank you so much to every single one of you subscribing, and if you haven't, you know what to do. It's just so fun seeing all the positive response in every video, all the lovely comments, and it's just so fun. To start, we're gonna build the main house of the village. This is heavily inspired from Go Number 4, once again, because it's super amazing, and his inn/tavern build, which he did a while back. I just love the shape and color of it and everything, so I took a lot of inspiration from that. I will link that video in the description. It also seems I forgot to record some stuff with Ripple mod, so there's a few skips here and there, but hopefully it's fine. I basically built up the foundation, added a balcony in front, a little extension off to the right, and a grey concrete roof with some wool mixed in. To avoid copying the build directly, I changed out a lot of blocks, like I added mushroom blocks for the walls, and I used a gradient from stone to diorite and concrete powder and stuff to make it a bit different from this. For the diagonal section on the right side, I used a lot of spruce blocks in combination with some dark oak strict logs, because they work really well as a contrast to the spruce, while still keeping it a bit different so it's separated. For the roof, I used a bunch of oak, stripped oak, and slabs and stairs to make it look very rough and textured. I also tried doing a sloped roof trim. I don't really think this worked out, but you know, it's there, I didn't bother fixing it, so it works, it's fine. Moving over to the other side, I added a few details, an extension, and a little overhang over a back door. I was originally thinking of having the other houses in a similar size, but I quickly realized that making all the houses this big would take me absolutely ages, so I just made this to the focus of the village and have the other houses a bit smaller. I made a quick road with some path blocks and some coarse dirt on the edges, and I will be using this throughout the village. I just really like the design of it, and it just fits the medieval theme very well. For the other roof trim, I made it very steep, using lots of staircases and signs to give it lots of detail. And to get that last detail and coziness, I added a little brick chimney. I mixed in some terracotta as well, because these blocks just match each other so well. I also made these small custom trees, and don't worry, okay? I will make some bigger ones later, trust me. I feel like adding in some azure blue, it's just really nice to get that white contrast to the grass, and I just love the block so much. It's very underutilized. To give even more detail, I added a few logs lying on the ground. I don't know if it's firewood or building materials or whatever, but it just makes it look so much more alive and like someone actually is working there. Speaking of making it look like people is working here, we're gonna add a few farms into the village. I just made a simple wheat field with a stone wall around it, and it works really nice. I also pasted in a custom oak tree I made a while back, and I turned it into an apple tree because they need some sort of food, right? They have the wheat and they have the apples. That's totally enough to survive. So I added apples using the invisible item frames on them, and I really think it worked out to give more color to the tree, and again give that lore that they are living off the apples, or selling it, or you know, it's up to your imagination. I considered using the Vanilla Tweaks data pack that makes armor stands invisible and stuff, but I wanted to keep it all vanilla, so I just used the invisible item frames. You can get those by command. I continued the road a bit on the back of the house and added a field with some carrots and some beetroots. I also made a quite unique fence design around it with some diagonal almost logs, and I really think it turned out great. I also made sure to add plenty of signs for detail. I also added a farmer's house on the side of the farm, and I tried to make it diagonal too, because that's just so much more fun. For the roof, I made it very organically shaped and worn down, so that the people that live there doesn't seem like the richest in the world. I also added this small flower bed in front of the house, and this just proves how much a little detail can add to a house like this. For the back, I decorated it out with some bushes and added yet another farm to make it even more like a farmer's house, you know. Moving over to the other side of the village, I continued with some smaller houses. I wasn't really sure about what blocks I was going to use for this house, so I just tried over and over again until I got the correct blocks. I really think the sloped roof fit the building, and I'm going to use this for many different houses too. For the side section of the build, I added another sloped roof, but this one only going in one direction, if that makes sense. I don't know the proper terms for this, but let me know in the comments if you know. I decided to make a curved stair leading down to the marketplace. I also customized the cliff face and added a little pond of water at the bottom. For the pond, I wanted to use the farmland block as the bottom. I think Peter Blow mentioned this in his video, but he never actually used the concept, so I wanted to give it a go. And if you somehow haven't heard this already, villagers are the most annoying thing ever. They kept jumping into my pond, going where I build, and they're so annoying, both to trade with and to have when you're building. I also built up a house on the left side of the road. It's very similar to the one on the right, but I wanted to use different blocks and different shapes of roofs. At this point, we're starting to get a good idea of how the area is gonna look. I also pasted in another custom tree, which was pre-made, but it's just a massive oak tree to add some interest to the marketplace. I also pasted in one of my wells from the video, and this is a nice example of a practical use for this. I continued the road and added a little market stand on the right side. I really like to use sandstone instead of wool for these, because you can have the roof more sloped with slabs and stairs. The bell tower on stone platform was feeling a little intense, so I just put it down to the ground level again. I also added a little horse cart to once again add some human element to the build and make it look like someone is living there. After tearing down the original structures, I planned out some more builds. The tower in the middle didn't really fit the style, but the two other buildings I feel like got really quite nice. Also, if you would like me to make a tutorial on any of these houses, please let me know. I could gladly do one, and it's not that much effort anyway. I simply love the roof on this building. I just love how it goes up and then it doesn't go down again on the other side. I don't know the proper terms for either, but you know, let me know if you know them. Now it's time to build, I think, my favorite build in the whole village. I just love to use acacia in this build because it gives such a warm color to the build and it just brings it so much more alive. It's going to be a blacksmith, and I'm going to have a forge in the corner of these two boxes. For the roof, I used a combination of jungle and mushroom stem, and if you haven't noticed already, I'm just in love with this combination. The new blackstone blocks almost look kind of like coal, so I just decided to use that, and then you can have some slabs and stairs in the mix too. I also wanted to surround the area in spruce trees because they give such a nice backdrop. And I kinda didn't follow my own guide because I made the spruce trees a bit different than I normally do. But I think it worked out really well, and you'll have to let me know if I should make a tutorial on these two. Or guide, rather. I didn't make any branches with logs, but I just made the branches with the leaves themselves. I think this just makes it feel more airy than the other ones that I did, and they're very simple to make too. To add even more lore and interest to the build, I added a few tree stumps and a few chopped down trees at the edge of the forest. I also added a crane to make it really look like they are using the materials to something, and I will expand even more upon this story later. When that's done, I go over the ground with some coarse dirt and podzol and add a few more trees. continued the road all the way down to the water and built a huge oak tree leaning over the road. If you don't know how to make them, I have a guide on them, so go check that out. I also built a small lake and a dam, and then leading down to Sawmill. This just adds so much more to the build, and as I said earlier, expands upon the story that they used the logs to chop down and maybe sell them further. For the dam itself, I used some oak logs, some stripped spruce logs, some spruce trapdoors and signs. These just work really well together and can create sort of weather the dam. The sawmill itself is very similar to the blacksmith building, but I did add a saw bit on the left side. I added some wood storage and some more spruce trees to finish off the entire thing. thank you so much for watching this video. It was a lot of fun to create, especially the building process, the editing, not so fun. I just love experimenting with the new blocks, and if you have any more building suggestions, please let me know, because I would love to hear them. And other than that, thank you for watching. I will see you next time. Bye!